Mommy, did you cut your penis? I was like, what? You are welcome back. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, then I don't know what you are waiting for. Click the subscribe button now. In this video, I want to share with you one of my experiences with my 6-year-old son. One day, out of nowhere, I can't even remember what I was doing. My 6-year-old walked up to me and was like, Mommy, did you cut your penis? I was like, what? Did you cut your penis? I was like, no. Then he was like, but daddy has, goodness has, that's his younger brother. I also have. So, did you cut your own? Then I said, no, I did not cut it. Then why don't you have? And I told him, because girls and women do not have penis. Then he was like, why? That is one thing about him. He needs to know why. So when he said why, then I told him, because that was how God created us. Girls and women do not have penis. Then he was like, okay. I cannot imagine asking my mother such question when I was his age. It's either she gives me a dirty slap or she just gives a response that I will never ever forget in my life. Let me share one with you. When I just started my period, I started my menstrual period at age 16. I was mature enough at 16. I already knew how to use a pad. I already knew everything about a menstrual period, but I did not know that when you're just starting out, there after a few months, there is a possibility that your period will not come and then it will come back again. I was not aware. I did not know that. So this month, my period did not come, and I went to my mom. Mommy, I cannot see my period. My period did not come. And mommy was like, Figigun. Figigun. I don't know how to say this in English that it will give the same deep meaning. So the best way I can explain it is shook it with a stick. I said I can't see my period. My period is not coming. She said I should go and use stick to bring it out. Since then, I never told her things like that again. I never told her. If not that, I used to have every period and menstrual cramp. She wouldn't have known when I was menstruating, because luckily enough, she had a canteen and she always let us take our money. She would tell us, don't buy sweet with my money. Don't buy biscuit or chewing gum with my money. But if you need anything, I cannot buy everything for you. You need on this, you need this, take my money and buy it. I will not disturb you for that. So I used to take her money to buy my menstrual period, my menstrual pad. I did not have to ask her that, mommy, my pad has finished, or mommy, I need my menstrual pad. I never had to ask her that. I used to take her money to buy them whenever I needed them. So after she gave me that reply, it was easy for me not to tell her anything about my period again, and I did not tell her, except for the fact that I used to have menstrual cramp. That was when she will know. That's what used to let her know that I was menstruating. I do not plan to raise my children like that. I am intentional, very intentional when it comes to raising my children, because children do not forget. They don't forget these things. Children don't forget. Imagine when I was 16. That is how many years ago? That is like 19 years ago. And I still remember that till now. I am sure she will not remember again, but I remember. So when your children come to you to ask you questions, or when you're talking to them, you need to mind how you address issues with them. You need to be careful how you talk to them, how you give them response, because they will not forget. And when you snub them today, you give them one response tomorrow, they will start keeping to themselves. And when they start keeping to themselves, they will start opening up to peers, to their peer, to maybe elderly people, and from there they can be abused. They can experience a whole lot of things that they are not supposed to experience. That is, in fact, they can be abused sexually, they can start taking drugs or any other thing. So make sure you do not give your children bad responses. So if your 6-year-old walk up to you and ask you, "Mommy, did you cut your penis?" What will you say? Do you think I answered him very well, or do you think I did not answer him well enough? Now he knows that God created male and female differently. I told him I do not have a penis because I am a woman. Girls and women do not have penis. Only boys and men have penis. You might be thinking that at 6-year-old, how did he know that I do not have a penis? These children are smart and they are watching you. No matter how much you think you do cover up at home, they are watching you. They are feeling things. They hug you. He knows that when he hugs mommy, the feeling is different from the feeling he has when he hugs daddy. You know, at 6-year-old, his level, his height, you know where his height will reach on you. When he hugs daddy and when he hugs mommy, he knows what he feels. So he can tell that, okay, this is daddy's penis, this is mommy does not have this thing. So don't be surprised that he knows. I don't dress in front of him. So it has nothing to do with maybe me showing my nakedness for him to have known. These children are very smart. They are very smart. So when they come to you to ask questions, make sure you give them a good response. Don't shut them up. Once again, do you think I answered him well, or do you think I should have done better? If it was you, what would you have done? Leave your response in the comment section and see you in the next video.